Okay, hey guys. I'm just doing a, quick video to cover something I felt like I couldn't find a valid in-depth video on. And it has to do with the Q fix right here. I'm gonna go ahead and showcase how to fully tear down the bolt on the Q fix. I felt like it was covered enough to talk about taking out the shroud and replacing the handle. But when it comes to messing with the getting to the plunger and getting to everything, I felt like it was not covered very well. There's probably a video I missed, but I thought I would go ahead and do another just because there's probably someone out here with the same problem. So first thing we'll do is make sure the firearm is clear. You can see right here, there's nothing in the chamber. Uh, and we are all good to go. So you're going to pull your bolt back. It's a lot easier if you fold the stock, but I'm not going to go ahead and do that because I like to live life on hard mode. You're going to wiggle it out by detenting this button right here. Once we got that done, we can get the firearm out of the way, and we can focus directly on the bolt itself right here. So the way you do this is actually quite simple, and I felt pretty dumb when I realized it. But following Q's video on how to take the shroud off, all you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and lock the bolt back. Make sure you're holding the shroud, or else you're just going to have wet fingers slipping around in your oil. Make sure you pull the handle back into the locked position, and you're going to see a little spring-loaded metal piece right here. You're going to go ahead and hold that, and you're going to push the handle back down. You're going to hold it in place. And while you're doing that, you'll see that the handle is now overexposed. At this point, you can let go of the little metal piece. It'll hold its own. And you can go ahead and just wiggle the handle out. You're going to have to give it some love. I'll be a wimp. Ooh, okay. Got the handle out. Sorry, I held it a little too high. Got the handle out. I'm going to go ahead and throw that to the side. Now what you're going to go ahead and do, it's actually quite simple. You're going to go ahead and pull down, and you'll see it gets locked up. You're going to pull at a angle. I'm sorry, it's a little caught up. Pull at an angle, see how it's tilted back, and then you're going to pull down and back, and you're going to get that shroud off. So at this point, you will be left with the actual mechanism itself. You'll see that you got a spring right here that kind of just jiggles around. What I like to do to go ahead and hold in place is you can actually put this into the locking position. You can do that by, I don't know if I can get it well enough on camera. There's a little ramp right here, and all you gotta do is you gotta twist it, and you'll get that wheel to lock up on the ramp. Doesn't look like it's gonna focus well. So we got the wheel locked up on the ramp right there. So that's gonna keep it in place. It can slip, but you can just put it back. The next thing you're going to want to go ahead and do is you're going to see two pins right here. You're going to see this pin right here. This is actually holding the safety for the firing pin. If you press down right here, it's actually going to throw the firing pin forward. Oh, there it goes, finally focus. Throw the firing pin forward. No need to do that, but you'll see this pin right here. This is what's holding that in place. You'll see that little bar right across. This pin is holding this guy in place. I'm not going to mess with it. We don't need to do anything with it right now, but we want to go ahead and get up to these components up here. So there's going to be another pin that you'll notice on the side right here, and we're going to go ahead and push that out. So I'm not using an actual punch, but I can go ahead and just push it out the other side. Mine's pretty loose. Not sure if that matters too much, but maybe someone in the comments could tell me. But now all you're going to do is you're going to go pull out. You're going to do some wiggling. And there you go. Now you got your firing pin and the whole group together. And you can go ahead and set that down, set it to the side. Now you'll be in the right spot to go ahead and address this little guy right here. Sorry, I keep going out of camera view. This guy right here. And all you do is push out from the other side. Okay. And now everything else will just slide out. Now, you can see that you have a couple other pins right here that you're going to either want to hammer out or tap out or whatever you want to do. I'm not going to do it because I've actually already cleaned in here. But all you got to do next, for those who want to go ahead and clean their plunger and their extractor, is you're going to go ahead and just push out this guy for your extractor, and then there's another pin right here. If it focuses, sorry for the focusing problems here. Let's see. Alright, so you'll see that little hole right there. And you're going to punch the pin out, and that's going to allow you to pull the plunger out. There's as you would expect, there's a spring behind the plunger. Mine was pretty jammed up, so that's why I ended up having to do all this anyways. I had to pull the plunger out, clean it, but hopefully yours just pops right out. And then to put it back together, it's all the same stuff. We're going to take the head of the bolt, slide it in there. Make sure that your extractor is facing this little cutout right here. So face it that way. We're going to take the large end of this guy right here, and we're going to push him through. And make sure that the hole is facing down, right where you would see the firing pin. Oh, I gotta line it up a little better. Come on. There we go. So once you got that in, you should see that little line on there is nice and flat along the profile of the device. Now all you gotta do is take your firing pin spring and everything in here, and so if you're still in the locked position, you'll notice that we got the same little metal piece that you held earlier. Never-ending struggle to get this thing to focus, and you want that to be facing down on the bolt. Oh, it slipped out again. Put that back in there real quick. I'll do the same thing. So make sure that piece is facing down. So have it facing down right here. You're gonna push its way in, and now everything should be lined up. And you'll see that you have your hole right here that you can now go ahead and put that pin back through. You'll see that sticks out a little bit, but it does go all the way through until you can't touch it anymore. At least mine. Mine seems a little short, but it's what came with it. So now that it's all the way in, you can give it a twist, make sure everything's nice and tight. You're gonna do the exact opposite. So you can take the shroud, take that bottom piece that you took out at an angle, slide it in, up, and then push back. So now you have it in there. And now do the exact opposite again. You're gonna wanna face it over. Take your, we're gonna wanna do the same thing but in the opposite. So we're gonna oversend it, which you already had it, and now you're going to hold it, and then you're going to rotate it. Oh. Okay. There we go. So then once you pull that piece back, you're going to be able to rotate it, over-rotate it, and you can leave that piece there, push the handle in, and then rotate back. And then you're all good to go. I just thought I'd go ahead and get that video out. Felt like I was having some problems with it. Could be a skill issue on my behalf, but maybe someone else will benefit from this video. Thanks. Everyone have a great day. Bye.